What am I supposed to do?
So I'm gonna ask y'all questions that the family's always wanted to know.
Oh, okay.
But we've never sat down with you and asked the questions about your past and stuff, and so we're gonna get it on video for everybody.
Oh, boy.
Alright? So I got all of them wrote down that they sent me.
Okay.
No, there's not that many. It'll go quickly, I'm sure. Alright, so Grandma, what was your favorite subject in school? You didn't like none of it? You didn't like school? What about you, Grandpa?
My favorite subject in school?
Yeah.
Recess.
Recess. That works. Alright, let's see. Let's start with you, Grandpa. What was your largest accomplishment in life?
Oh, my. Becoming a Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah? What about you, Grandma?
The same.
You're supposed to let her answer. What do you think?
I like to get out on outside and work in the plants.
So your garden. Let's see. Alright, Grandpa, what was your biggest regret? If there's something that you wanted to do but haven't done or whatever.
My biggest regret?
Yep.
I don't have any regrets.
Well, that's good.
I'm satisfied.
How about you, Grandma?
We raise my boy properly.
Go bug.
She did.
Well, I mean, just make their own. What was your favorite childhood memory?
My favorite childhood memory. Probably when we lived in Tampa, Florida.
You just like living there?
Yeah.
Okay, that works. What about you, Grandma?
Well, when my sister told me I work inside if you work outside.
Because you'd rather be outside.
Yeah, I didn't like house work.
Maybe that's where I get it from. Let's see. How about a most memorable childhood friend? I don't know.
Sylvia Coleman.
Is your friend like in elementary school or was older?
Elementary.
Yeah. What about you, Grandpa?
My favorite childhood friend.
Do you have like a best friend growing up that you liked a lot?
My mother.
Your mom? Okay, that'll work. Let's see. All right, Grandma, how did y'all meet?
Skating.
Roller skating?
No, tabernacle.
What'd you think when you saw her, Grandpa?
I thought she was heaven on earth.
You did, huh? What did you think?
My first year of college we met, but he didn't pay any mind for me.
Yeah.
Then after 3 years, then I told him.
So it took Grandpa a minute, huh? All right, let's see. What was y'all's first date? Was it the roller skating or something else?
We went to the life game program down the gym.
Okay. Let's see. Grandpa, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Green?
I think that's God's favorite color too.
Yeah. What about you, Grandma?
Like blue.
Um, Grandma, your girls wanted to know, when did you first start your violet collection? When did you first start collecting violets?
In several years
Was it before you had the kids or after you had them?
after.
After. Okay. What made you like violets so much?
I don't know, they're just intriguing me. Something that grows in the house.
Yeah. All right. When did you? Do you remember how old y'all were when you first watched TV for the first time? Were you kids or were you grown?
He was
Were you grown?
married. We were in Nolan's house. He rented a TV. And we watched Macy's Thanksgiving Parade.
That would have been exciting to watch for the first time. Let's see. What was your favorite vacation trip? So, out of all the vacations y'all went on, all the places you've been, what was your favorite vacation trip?
Like when we came all the way from California to New Hampshire, up to Nolan's Park,
Yeah.
1995.
What about you, Grandpa?
The same.
Same. You just like what Grandma likes, right?
Yeah.
All right, Grandpa, what is your advice for living a happy, peaceful life?
Jesus. Jesus.
Yeah?
All the way. All the way.
All right, let's see. We'll go Grandma. What's your favorite moment as a grandparent?
When I first became a grandparent and we were born,
Yeah? Is it different from having a kid, a grandchild?
imagine very different.
I remember we played a lot. Let's see. About Grandpa, how old were you when you first learned to drive?
Oh. 14.
14? Back then, did you get your license at 16 like they do now? Or did you have to even have one?
I had to drive for my mother. She needed emergency driving.
Mm-hmm.
So that was me.
Either one of you, how about the favorite memory when your kids were young? Be it something funny they did or a special day that y'all had, anything.
When I loved the most, I took a nap and I got up and there was mud all over the floor.
Yeah?
Kids were running in and out. And the pastor came to visit.
Was mud all over your floor?
Ah,
You remember that, Grandpa?
no.
What was your favorite memory?
My favorite memory.
Of when your kids were little.
Oh my. I just liked all of it.
You didn't have a certain one that stands out?
No.
Okay. Let's see. After 61 years of marriage, do y'all have any secrets to share on how to make it that long?
You have to give and take and talk things through.
Yeah? What do you think, Grandpa?
I think live by the 10 Commandments.
Yeah?
and let God be the captain.
There's a lot of forgiveness, I guess, over the years. You gotta learn when to let stuff go, huh?
Right.
Y'all have made it a long time. People don't do that no more.
That's right.
Let's see. Are there any opportunities you wish you had taken in life?
No, I'm satisfied.
I didn't go to school. Hopefully I get married and go to school.
That works.
Good night.
Karen wanted to know, where should we plan to meet you in heaven?
By the tree of life.
That'll work. All right, Grandma, what is your favorite flower?
I like the daffodils, Allison.
Didn't you have a flower one time you had to wait like 10 years for it to bloom or something?
Not that long. But I think it bloomed, but it smelled terrible.
So you waited all that time for it to bloom and it stunk.
Good night.
Grandpa, you have a favorite flower?
Yeah, my favorite flower is named Doris.
Okay. What advice do you have for young couples? Let's say a young couple just getting married.
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
I don't know.
Go. Become a Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. Let's see. All right, Grandma, when you were a kid, what'd you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a nurse.
All right. Didn't want to go to school for it? Grandpa, what'd you want to be?
I wanted to behave.
To behave? Did you want to be a respiratory therapist? That's what you went with.
I did. Yeah, I wanted to be a respiratory therapist.
Did you like that work?
I did. I liked it.
So, was that your favorite job? Did you have any other job?
No, that was my favorite.
He was milking cows.
Oh yeah, I was milking cows. I
And
was,
running his mother's small dairy.
yep. I was a dairyman.
All right. What about you, Grandma? What was your favorite job?
My favorite job. Oh, I like working out somewhere.
So maybe the greenhouses when you worked there?
Yeah.
All right. What is one of your best memories with the grandchildren? Let's see.
Sorry.
It's okay. What was it like compared to modern day as a kid?
Modern day as a kid.
Well, compared to modern day. So now, like, my kids have the life they do because they have TV and video games and all of that. What was y'all's childhood like being a kid back then?
It was a lot different. We didn't have TVs. And finally, somebody moved into town that had places you could rent.
Yeah.
I go down there and get them when we needed it. And had a switchboard. Plugging in those things, you know. Yeah.
Did y'all have a telephone?
Yeah, one of those you crank on the wall.
Did you have to call the operator first to put a call through?
Yeah, and you can install a party line until I had a different way.
What'd you do as a kid, Grandpa? What's something you did for fun as a kid?
For fun?
Yeah, say on a weekend or something when you're not at school. What was on around the farm. What did y'all play? Did you ride bikes?
Yeah, I rode bikes. That was more fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Okay. Let's see. All right, Grandpa, what's your favorite invention? So, in all your lifetime, all the things, new things that you've seen, what's your favorite invention?
Oh, my.
We know you like electronics.
My favorite invention. I like all inventions. I just like them all.
There's not one that you couldn't do without now that you got it?
Now, it's nice that we have electricity.
Mm-hmm.
We have telephones. And I'm satisfied with life.
You have a favorite invention, Grandma?
Yeah, when they invented the dishwasher.
The dishwasher. I can see that being a favorite. Let's see. What's one of the most amazing things you've seen in your life? It can be a place or an event or anything.
And when we went to Bison Canyon,
Mm-hmm.
it was really neat. Had things like needles sticking up around.
So Bison Canyon.
Yeah.
What about you, Grandpa?
The same.
The same. All right.
The same.
That's your secret for 61 years, ain't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
just
Yes,
agree with the wife. What was your? Do you have a favorite moment in history that happened? Could have been in the world or whatever, or one that really sticks out. No.
No.
Okay. Let's see. They wanted to know what it was like living through historical moments. So, like the Great Depression or things like that. What was it like living in those times?
When we were children,
In the Great Depression?
yeah, and I couldn't play on the school playground. I couldn't play baseball, couldn't wear out my shoes. Got like one pair of shoes a year or something like that.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do anything. So all I did was run around and chase Connie, Sylvia, Rosemary.
What about you, Grandpa?
What was the question again?
What do you think about what was it like living through historic moments? So even if it wasn't the Great Depression, let's say they probably want to know about you, like I don't know, when everybody went to Vietnam and it was people were getting drafted and being crazy in town and stuff.
And we didn't have a TV. We didn't know what was going on.
All right.
Oh, yes. Clear as mud.
Clear as mud, huh? And your family knew the guy that's in that movie, Hacksaw Ridge, right? What's his name? But he was the Seventh-day Adventist that never carried a gun.
We met him.
Oh,
Huh? Was it Dennis?
Doss, his last name was Doss.
Yeah. I remember his last name was Doss.
And we went on the Pathfinder,
Mm-hmm.
and he came, and he was there too.
Mm-hmm.
And then before I got married, he came to Wichita and was his
Yeah. what made you stay so close to God?
I have to give all the credit to my mother.
How about you, Grandma?
I wanted to go to heaven with God.
Mm-hmm.
Tried my best to be good. When I was growing up, I thought the devil was after me all the time.
Yeah.
My grandmother said,
She told you that all the time?
no, I don't know how she got it in her brain, but even when I was in college.
Yeah.
But now I'm happy.
So God promises a happy ending. That's what it is, the ending. Yes, promise to go into heaven. Alright. Let's see. Grandpa, do you have a most embarrassing moment? You have a time where you just got really, really embarrassed in public or something?
I don't think so. I can't remember any.
Alright, how about you, Grandma?
I went to this program and the back of my dress was missing. Grandpa didn't watch out for me.
Whee!
One time my slip was showing, he paid no mind.
Oh, my.
Grandpa, you are slacking on your husband duties.
Wow.
Alright, let's see. Where was your, out of all the places you've lived, where was your favorite place to live?
I like Kansas.
You like Kansas? How about you, Grandpa?
We lived in Atlanta, Georgia, and that was real nice.
You liked Atlanta?
We lived close to Grant Park. Yeah, we lived on top of the hill.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Grandpa, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food?
Mm-hmm. You know your favorite drink is juice.
Juice.
Fruit juice.
Now he ran
I like all foods. I'm
You have a
easy.
favorite?
I'm easy to please.
What about you, Grandma? You got a favorite food?
out. I like potatoes. I grew up on potatoes.
Potatoes. Alright. That'll work. Let's see. Alright, Grandpa, what made you become a Seventh-day Adventist? Was your mom already a Seventh-day Adventist after you were born?
I was 3 years old when there was a Grace Mitterhausen was the Bible worker, and she gave Mother some studies, and with the Holy Spirit and Grace Mitterhausen's information, Mother became a Seventh-day Adventist and reared my sister and I in the truth, and that's how it happened.
Alright. What about you, Grandma?
After I came back from California, 3.5 years, I went to my grandparents, and they were Seventh-day Adventists. I just grew up.
Grew up Seventh-day Adventist?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have a proudest moment of being a parent? When was, we can do each of them. So, like, what was your proudest moment for each of your kids? Like, it could be when they got married, their graduation, whatever made you proud.
Karen, she graduated a nurse,
Mm-hmm.
went to graduation, and then her doctors in California.
Yeah, that's a pretty big accomplishment.
And Deanna graduated a nurse too at Southern.
Yeah.
And the same day she got married.
The same day she graduated? She had a busy day.
Oh,
Yeah. And Priscilla, she went down to Floyd, in Rome,
Mm-hmm.
and got her cosmetology.
Yeah.
She got a certificate. And then Laura graduated in nutritionist.
Yeah. She graduated from the University of Tennessee, didn't she?
She did.
I remember him living in Knoxville. How about Laura being in the Air Force and when she became captain and all that? That's pretty exciting, huh?
Yeah, 15 years. Yeah, we got to go visit her in Italy.
Yeah?
And that was neat.
Did you like Italy? I didn't go over there.
Yeah, I did.
Was it different being in a different country where English isn't the main language?
Yeah.
I bet.
I couldn't understand her. But we like the ice cream over there. What is it called?
Gelato?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
We got a scoop about every day.
Yeah. Let's see. How about Grandpa? What's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I don't know. I like all holidays.
Yeah. You got a favorite, Grandma?
And Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving? All right. Let's see. If you could make one wish, what would it be?
That we would all be ready to go to heaven when the Lord comes.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Grandma? You got a wish?
Yeah, I like that wish too, but I wish my girls lived closer.
Yeah. Seems like Laura's going to be moving back closer soon.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Let's see. How old were you when you had your first kid?
I was 23.
23. Having a baby back then, they didn't have to be in car seats and stuff, did they?
Now they could bounce all around.
I remember, I don't know if it was Karen or my mom told me a story. Was it Karen rolled Deanna's hair in cockaburls like rollers and you had to get them out?
Yeah.
I bet that was a mess. Probably took a
Yes,
long time.
she had her nice curls.
Yeah. Well,
That was when we lived at college still.
yeah. How long did y'all live there?
10 years.
10 years. And then you moved here?
Yes. He finished his course
Mm-hmm.
and he got a job down here.
Floyd? That's that's the only place you worked as a respiratory therapist?
Yes, it was Floyd Medical Center in Rome, Georgia.
He took his course in Erlanger.
Mm-hmm.
And we went all around looking for a place. We went to Boulder and Denver.
Wow.
And I wanted to go up to Denver. Shouldn't say it because I didn't want my mother-in-law to come with us. She can't stand heights. But she ended up coming down here for 16 years.
Yeah. Grandpa, what made you want to be a respiratory therapist? You seem like a good job to do? Or did you have a reason that you liked it?
No, I didn't have any reason. I just did it.
Yeah.
I'm the one that encouraged him to get off the farm
Yeah.
and be a nurse practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
When we went down there, they said that respiratory care would be better for him.
When I was in school, going to school to do my nursing degree, they was telling me how hard it is to get into the nursing program. Because there's so many people, so that they told me respiratory therapist was about the same. You just had to have one extra class. And they tried to get me to do it, but I couldn't do it.
Okay. It all worked out.
So were you at work when Mama had me at the hospital at Floyd?
Was that Doris?
I don't remember.
I I think Mama said you were. I think you came check my breathing out.
Oh,
Okay, you were there.
I was there.
I remember when I was a kid, and you'd come home from work, you'd sit me on the end of your bed and get your little reflex hammer thing and make my leg jump and do my reflexes.
Ah,
It was the weirdest feeling.
those were the days.
What about your time in New Hampshire? What was y'all's favorite time in New Hampshire?
I like the snow.
Yeah,
I miss the snow because there was snow in Kansas too.
Yeah. What about you, Grandpa?
The same. I like the snow.
One time in Kansas, there was a blizzard. I went out to play in it.
Mm-hmm.
I was whooping and hollering, and when I came in the house, Don said, "Why were you so noisy?"
Mm. Because you were happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think I would like it that much, but when I moved to Alaska, I liked it. It was a different kind of cold up there, though.
Mm.
Yeah, it was so humid.
Yeah. So we liked it.
Your mother doesn't like Kansas. When they went through it, it was too windy.
Too windy.
Out all the way through, it was windy.
Isn't that the state that has all the big windmills and stuff when you're driving through?
Well, that was after my time.
I think it is, because I think when we moved out to Colorado, you saw them out in the fields, big old windmills that powered stuff.
Well, there's wind there all the time.
Yeah.
Real, it's not.
So, what about Hawaii? What'd you like about Hawaii?
I like that ride. What's it called? And that,
It's like a boat ride or something?
thing they take people in, those little things, holds about 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very interesting. A lot of curves and waterfalls. And the lady that drove told us all kinds of history. It made it interesting.
Yeah.
And we had a meal. Along.
That sounds fun. What about you, Grandpa? Got a favorite thing about Hawaii?
I just liked it all.
You just liked it all, huh?
Yep. Every bit, every moment.
What about with your kids? Did any of them get along better together than others?
Johnny and Laura kept squabbling.
They squabbled all the time.
So I quit going on trips.
Yeah.
It's too unpleasant.
Mm.
Everybody else was older and doing their thing.
Yeah. I have that problem with my kids.
And then when Johnny's funeral out by the gravesite, Laura was surprised that he had so many friends.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm. So when they were little and you had to discipline them, which one of y'all disciplined?
I was here all the time.
Yeah. So you did?
Yep, but I hardly ever spanked anybody.
Yeah. So did they what was their discipline? Did they get grounded or something? Or just talking to?
Talking to. Yeah, well, he went his way and she went her way when they got older.
Yeah. Well, what did y'all do as a family when they were kids for fun?
We went to the zoos and we took a vacation every year.
Yeah.
Went to Florida. On the beach. And we had our aunt down there, Aunt Mabel, Ivan.
Mm-hmm.
We'd go see.
Alright.
Did y'all ever go fishing? No?
I did out in California. We all went out there. My dad had his fish, but I wasn't very good at it.
Where did you go in California?
We went down to Baja,
Okay.
that town that started with an E,
Okay.
and he chartered a boat,
Okay.
and we went out.
What did you catch?
Those little red fish.
Oh, okay.
In the ocean.
Yeah, and we all took a pill so we wouldn't get sick, but Johnny wouldn't take one, so he
Got
was
sick.
laid up the whole time.
So we
Been
got
there.
Grandpa, you been fishing?
No,
No.
What y'all do in Florida? Go to the beach and
Yeah, we go to SeaWorld,
the best.
Disney World.
what was your guys' wedding day like?
We got married in Fort Scott, Kansas, and it was good.
Did you have a wedding? Big
Yeah.
wedding?
Wedding in a little church. A lot of people came,
Yeah.
and one came all the way from Emporia, Kansas,
Mm,
and the snails.
to see it.
Yeah, they did their son for quite a while.
Yeah.
Did y'all go on a honeymoon?
Yeah, we had the whole family with us. We went to St. Louis.
Okay.
His mother and sister and Fonda went to the zoo with us. And Arnie, he was a Mako hearing aid man, so he had a business to tend to. And then when we got back, she let us go for one day to the smoke.
It was smoky.
Yeah, so because Dawn had to do the milking,
Yeah.
so he had to be home most of the time.
You had to hurry up and come back so Grandpa could work, huh?
Yeah, we went to under these hills in Cherokee,
Mm-hmm.
and then in Gatlinburg we went to Chucky Jack.
What was that?
That was the American, I called it the Americans, the way they looked at sending the Cherokees away.
Oh, okay.
It was a pageant. It was real interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about the time you went to the Amazon, Grandma? Didn't you get to see piranhas?
I did, I caught some
Yeah.
little ones, and they put them back in.
I wouldn't touch them.
You wouldn't.
No.
They were just little piranhas.
But they bite you.
I know.
I'll touch other fish, but I wouldn't touch a piranha.
Mm.
Yeah, it was fun down there. And then
Why did you go to the Amazon?
my dad was going, and he wanted somebody to go with him.
Okay.
And the girl that kept his house didn't want to go, so they asked me to
What did he do down there?
sit around, watch.
Y'all were on a riverboat, weren't you? That went up the river or something?
Yeah, we went up the river, and all the other guys, I was the only girl, and all the guys went fishing, fly fishing.
Was it hot there?
Yeah,
Muggy hot? Like, because it's the jungle?
I don't remember the muggy.
Yeah, muggy.
What type of animals did you see?
What did we see?
What kind of animals?
Saw a lot of butterflies and birds flying over, and macaws.
Didn't you see little orange monkeys?
No,
I thought you said something about orange monkeys one time.
Have you been to every state in the United States?
all but Alaska.
You should have came there while I lived up there.
Yeah, I know. I should. Deanna was up there too.
Yeah. I like Alaska. I miss it. So every state but Alaska. You had
Yep.
some travels then.
I know, living with Karen and Glenn, then we went everywhere. We
Yeah.
went to British Columbia for Jerry's 70th birthday.
Mm-hmm. Is that when we went to that island in Canada or whatever?
Now that's years later. Went to Nova Scotia.
Yeah. I remember that trip.
What was it like growing up on a dairy farm?
Oh, it was real nice. I liked it.
Yeah, I got to sit down and be on the thing that they put on the silo and turn the motor off and on. He was up there pitching silo down.
Tell Mama the story that you told me when Grandpa put the lasso on the ground so when the cow would run in, he could tie their feet together. Do you remember that story you told me? Because they would always kick him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he'd tie their legs so he couldn't kick them.
Mm.
So you milked them the old-fashioned way. Now they hook suction things up to them. Did you have that, or you just
Yeah.
milked them by hand?
No, we had a milking machine
Okay.
and bulk tank.
Now, how many cows did you have?
Was it 14 maybe, or
That's small. Only had 3 places for the cows to wait to be milked.
Yeah.
those were the days.
We'd have to walk up in the pasture in the woods to bring them down.
Yeah. So I guess you both drank fresh milk, huh?
Oh yeah.
They
That
had
tastes really different.
Oh yeah.
And we had the little
Yummy.
pasteurizer thing.
Mm-hmm. So you pasteurized it there on that farm?
Yeah, we had plenty of milk.
Mm.
And one time, sometimes I went down there and sit and just watched. And I had Deanna was a baby,
Mm-hmm.
and she was very wiggly.
Very wiggly.
And she jumped out of my arms, and I got her leg so she didn't hit her head on that. Yeah,
Wow.
Caught her by her leg, huh?
yeah, she was a wiggly child.
Mm. So it was a lot of hard work from the time you was a kid till you got older, huh? My kids wouldn't like doing that now. Kids have gotten lazy nowadays.
Yeah, but when I lived with my grandparents, she kept me busy all the time.
Who taught you how to cook?
I went to school, took home ec in college.
Yeah. Kind of went from there.
Yeah, I never cooked at home. I'd make a cake or something.
Mm-hmm. I know growing up we always had Thanksgiving dinner and you cooked a lot.
Yeah. And I've gotten lazy.
That's all right. You've earned to be lazy now.
Yep.
Y'all are in your retired years. What is it you say about being retired, Grandma? Or I asked you if you're tired and you said, no, I'm retired.
Yeah. Mm.
Do you have any one last trip or anything that you would want to go on?
No, I'm tired of tripping.
Tired of tripping.
I mean, 2 years ago, at 18, went to Karen's.
Yeah?
And that's when they had a fire out there with Paradise Fire, remember?
Mm-hmm.
We weren't near that, but it was burning in the hills, and we had to evacuate for a while.
I remember you had to evacuate at like 4 o'clock in the morning, didn't you?
Yep. And
Bet that wasn't fun.
then we went out, got in the RV and drove up there in the parking lot of the hospital where Glen works, the CD Valley.
Mm-hmm.
We spent a couple nights there, and then we went home.
You got any questions you want to ask him, Kaylin?
Do you remember when we used to sit out there and all the chickens would swarm around you? Me and Grandma used to sit right there on those steps, and how many chickens did you have, Grandma?
Not a word. dozens.
Yeah, we used to sit right there on the stairs, and Grandma would call them all up, and she would sit there, and they would just jump in her lap and play with her and stuff. And I think I was like 10. I don't know. That's my favorite memory of Grandma.
So what made you like chickens so much?
When I was out in Kansas, they had chickens and turkeys and pheasants,
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoyed taking care of them.
I remember when I was little, you had turkeys and guineas and chickens. What about your finches you had? I remember you having finches in the house. What made you like those?
Well, I like all critters. You could see the way my house is decorated.
Yeah. So those were just something easy to have inside?
And I just wanted them.
Just wanted them?
I fixed it so that they could go out to the conservatory that Steve built.
Mm-hmm.
They were out there.
When did you start getting into bird watching?
I was after everybody was gone.
Yeah.
And Ned took us bird watching. We was in California.
What's your favorite bird that comes to your house? What favorite type of bird that comes here?
I like the little wren. It has a really nice song.
So a wren's your favorite? That works. Well, I guess that's all the questions that I can think of that I have. Okay.
I caught a fish one time, and it was a big one, and it had a name, and it was Doris Maxine Hopkins.
That's the fish you got.
That was my fish. Yeah, that's a good show.
You're the star of it.
Hmm.
Mason.